Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move then today here in Europe. I'm Caroline Hepker and I'm joined by Bloomberg's breaking news editor, Louise Moon. Good morning, Louise. Let's start with shares in Puma, which are doing really well. There is talk of M&A.
There is indeed. So China's Anta is one of the companies that's said to be weighing a bid for Puma. So Anta is one of China's largest sports companies. There's kind of three or four that are the top ones in China, and Anta is one of them that's been on quite a big buying spree in recent years as well across the globe. So it's listed in Hong Kong. It's said to be working with advisors to evaluate a potential bid for Puma. And if it does, it could team up with a private equity firm to make that bid. There are other bidders that are also being named. So Li Ning is another one. That's another Chinese company. And ASICS, also a Japanese company. So as you say, Puma shares surging on this news, up as much as 14% this morning in Frankfurt. Before that, they had dropped more than 60% so far this year. So they've been trying to kind of revamp themselves under their new CEO. So there'd been kind of a lack of enthusiasm for a lot of their products in recent years from consumers. And as I say, that they're revamping themselves. As part of that, they're cutting jobs, about 900 jobs. They're sharpening their focus on kind of their core and revamping marketing efforts as well. So telling their stories in a better way. So shares haven't been doing well, but soaring on the back of this potential M&A that could be coming. So we'll be keeping an eye.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know Anta, the brand, but apparently basketball trainers are huge.
Yes.
And they still have massive soles, if anyone's wondering. Let's also, continue a bit of the retailer theme. Boohoo, a firm with a name change on the horizon, really?
Yeah, so they bought up Debenhams a while ago, and they've been talking about changing their name to Debenhams Group, and they say that is finally going to happen. So this came alongside their first half results, and shares are soaring on the back of those, up about 24% at one point this morning. So revenues did still drop. So first half revenue dropped 23%, but it was narrower losses than had previously happened for Boohoo. They also spoke about their Debenhams brand in particular being very strong. Debt is a bit lower, and full year guidance is above what some analysts had expected. So some positives as they turn themselves around. They've been embarking on a huge turnaround plan, and they say that this is gathering pace and doing well and starting to reap those results. So looking forward, things are starting to look more positive. They also announced a new management incentive plan kind of alongside as part of this turnaround. Some positive indications ahead for Boohoo, which has been struggling in recent years.
Lastly, student housing, Unite, nearing a low today.
Yeah, they've issued a profit warning this morning. So this is, as you say, the student accommodation provider. So they're saying that a weak market will push their earnings down by as much as 10% this year. So this is reflecting what they're saying. This is reflecting lower occupancy, property activity, and rising finance costs. So student housing had kind of been a bit of a bright spot in the wider sector, but it's been slightly weaker more recently. There's been doubts over demand from international students, some overbuilding in some areas as well. And of course, the budget yesterday, there was a charge for international students for universities. So the charge per student as well. So that potentially could also weigh. So Unite Group issuing this profit warning, and shares hitting a 10-year low this morning.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.